Hey guys, Joebizz34 back again, and it's just about that time of year again. It is October 21st when I'm filming this. It'll probably be up either later today or you might be seeing it by the 22nd. But it's Halloween time. It's that time of the year, that season, right after I celebrate my birthday, and this is the next best thing that I look forward to. And I want to thank everybody who watches this video that is friends or knows me on Facebook. I got a lot of birthday wishes, a lot of posts wishing me happy birthday, and I want to say I really appreciate that. Thank you guys. To be honest with you, I didn't even realize that Facebook knew that. I'm on there as Joebizz. I still try to keep that persona separate from my real one, but many people know me. My real name is Ron, and I guess at some point I put my real birthday in there because you need to validate your age, or I guess what have you. So anyway, a ton of people knew and they all wished me happy birthday, and I appreciate that. But now on to the video in hand. This is my special 2014 edition Halloween vid. Yes, and there again is my once again upgraded, new and improved classic 1978 Michael Myers. This is probably about the third time I have upgraded this figure, and if you guys have been following me and watched previous years, you would see the progression of this Myers figure from one year to the next. So what changed this time? Well, recently I posted pictures and showed shots on the Sideshow Freaks forum and Facebook and Instagram and all that I had once again repainted this wonderful sculpt done by Madbug, and I completely reworked and reweathered and restyled the hair. I reweathered and repainted the face, and I really got it to the point where I'm really digging it, and this is it. I don't think I can get much better myself. As far as my own talent, my own skills, this is as good as it's going to get with the sculpt for me, and I'm very proud of the outcome. I think I got the hair really where I want it, and the weathering and the mask. It's not clean, but it's not too dirty. It's very accurate as far as the Madbug, and that all goes to the credit to the Madbug. But as you can see, I painted it so you still see more of the flesh through the neck of the mask. There is the accurate pinhole there from when he got stabbed by Laurie, and that credit goes to Madbug, the Madbug, I should say. And to this day, this this head sculpt still holds up as one of the top Myers sculpts up there in many people's opinion. And I've seen different variations, different paint jobs, and they're all wonderful. The sculpt really shines if you put the care and time into weathering and painting it, and I think you can make the sculpt really shine. I've seen some that look very different from others due to the paint job. So the painting and the weathering is definitely a big part of this sculpt being a winner. But the foundation has to be there, and the sculpting goes all to Madbug, and he gets all the credit in the world. So this is the third time I've shown this figure. So what did I upgrade this time besides the head sculpt? So I told you I repainted the head sculpt and the hair again, showed pictures earlier this year, but I still had older coveralls on that were older ones that I have gotten from a previous artist and / tailor. And they just were a little too baggy. I liked them, but they were light, they were baggy, there was just something not right about the fit. So finally, I recently purchased coveralls from Lou, which is the tailor of Beta Metalli, and it's actually Lou's brother, if you want to get really technical, who she's been training to do tailoring like her, I guess, to help out and to do like not full figures that I think she still handles for Beta Metalli, but for like when you just want to buy clothing sets or extra pieces, I guess, extra Jason clothes, which by the way, he's right over there, and I'm going to show him a little bit too. That's also Lou's brother's work right there. And I got the coveralls from her and her brother, and they're wonderful. They still needed a little tweaking for my taste. I wanted to further work on them to make them even more accurate. The first thing is, for me, and maybe because of the sculpt of the body I'm using, the collar sat really high up, almost to the point where he looked like Dracula with like a cape with the high collar, and that wasn't working for me, at least not with this head sculpt and this body. I think it depends again, who's using what. So for me, I modified and I shaved down and cut down the collar a bit, but I tried to do it in a way that it's not very it's not as noticeable, because what I did was I basically cut it around the middle and took the top part of the collar off, cut out a little bit of the middle, and then glued the put the the top part of the collar back on, so you don't see like a broken seam there. You still see the top seam that closes the collar. And it gives the illusion that it's still all in one piece. I mean, if you look really close, you could tell that I messed with it, but overall, you know, to the naked eye, I think it looks really good. And I think it looks more accurate as far as to the movie. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, they were very well done regardless. Now they do have a zipper with a clasp that I kind of hid and I glued right here, so you don't really see that. And I did add in photos to get really accurate. I used a silver button right there as the snap that you could see on the collar. I don't know if you can't see it that well due to the light. Let me see if I can turn the figure around. So there you go. You can kind of see the shine of the chrome on the button there shining through. So I added that. Added that little detail. I did re-weather. I don't say darken, but I did add another layer of like a green tint to it. I felt the coveralls were the right color per se, but they were slightly dark, and in light, the light didn't reflect off of it the way it does in the movie, where you see, like, sometimes you see shades of blue, sometimes you see shades of gray, you see some dirt, you see some weathering slightly. I know he wasn't as dirty. So I went, you know, I did some paint washes, added some more tints of green and sea blue and, you know, sea green, that kind of stuff to it, as well as weathering and dirting it up a little bit. Just enough to give it a little more life, a little more, you know, depth. That's, again, this is my personal taste. It's not that they needed a whole lot of improvement. And my last little bit of, you know, rework I did, as you can see right there, is the hole in his elbow. And as many people know, that hole, that rip in his coveralls is seen during the when the kids are teasing Tommy Doyle and he drops the pumpkin and the kid runs away, and you see Michael reach for the kid and grab him as he's leaving the schoolyard. And at that moment, if you look quick, you can see the hole in his elbow right there on his right arm sleeve. The knife I've had for a long time ago. I got this from a guy, I think his name was Nitro Phantom or something like that. I don't know if he's still around or he makes it under a different name, but he makes really nice metal machetes and knives for Myers and Jason and so on. And I've had this for a long time now. I had this for a while, and he's just kind of passed on from Myers to Myers. And even the hands, these are the King Leonidas hands from Hot Toys, that, you know, at the time were the best hands, and I've kept them, like I said, bouncing from one body to the body to the body. Every time I upgraded them, I always kept the hands and the knife. So that's kind of carried over. Shoes, you know, and all that, they're as accurate as you're going to get as far as these type of shoes. I didn't go all out and get like ones with real laces or anything like that, but there is the green and the black pattern in it if you look closely. See? So they are accurate. And I got them from another Myers. I think a Creations on Earth Myers or something like that. I think I used I used the shoes from that figure. So, you know, he is a little bit of a kit bash. There's a black shirt under there. The body is really nice. The body is very articulated. I could do a lot. I could do a lot with the hand. I mean, I can go as far as, like, look at that. I mean, it's not a known body. It's a knockoff body. To be honest with you, I don't even know where I got it from. But it's very flexible. Very, you know, it does the trick as far as being very cooperative with articulation, you know. So look at that. Looks like he's going to cut his own neck. Woohoo! So I'm very happy with this Myers now. And like anything else, you know, Magnus, if you're watching this, I know Unseal. I know you're trying to get that thread going to get Unseal coveralls. I'm sure that might even take this to another level, and I can upgrade Myers again in the future or build up another one, because I really like these coveralls. But, buddy, if you're watching this, I promise you, I'm working on getting payment for that, and I'm going to come through and grab one of those off you, if not two. So the good news is I have a job that's possibly on the way. Any minute or day now I should get a call confirming that, and I hope that it works out. And if that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and pay off some things that I need to catch up on. So Magnus, brother, thank you for, you know, being patient. I know there's a lot of people you're waiting for to come through on that thread, and I promise I'll do whatever I can to be one of them, you know, when my timing is right. Anyway, so that's just a little, you know, side thing right there. But for now, this is a killer Myers. I'm very happy with him. And I'm going to get into a couple other goodies I have here on the table, because this is my Halloween video, so it wouldn't be a Halloween video without showing a lot of goodies. This is the pumpkin that I still have that was sculpted, and there's the tea light that I use, from Beta Metalli's Myers. And this is a beautiful piece, and I never wanted to give this up, even though I had to, at the time, sell his Myers figure. So I wanted to make sure that I held on to the pumpkin because this was one of the highlights of the figure. And I would think it's more likely to, like I did here, build up a new Myers or get your hands on a Myers versus getting your hands on something like this. There are pumpkins that have the tea lights built in, have lighting built in that are really cool. But as far as the actual look, I mean, there's the box cover there's the artwork, there's the pumpkin from the actual movie, and that's the box cover of that 15-disc Halloween Blu-ray set that I reviewed a couple weeks ago. And I mean, look at that. That's dead on, man. Dead on. And when you put it on the tea light, the magic happens. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. So I'm going to actually turn this off now because I don't want to waste the battery on this thing. I mean, tea lights are a dime a dozen, so the good thing about not having it built in is you can easily replace it. Again, guys, if you haven't gotten this Blu-ray set, get it. It's beautiful. And I just wanted to do another shout out. There's all the movies. The producer's cut of Halloween 6 is a must-see. That is, I mean, it went from being, to me, one of the worst sequels to maybe right behind Halloween 2 when you watch the producer's cut. It's now one of my favorite sequels besides the originals, John Carpenter's. So definitely check that out if you haven't and buy it if you can. There is a little defect with Halloween 4 that I read and did experience myself. It does go a little out of sync in the middle of the movie. It doesn't last for too long, and frankly, it really didn't bother me that much, but it is there. And from what I heard, Anchor Bay is offering to swap out the disc. So I did follow the instructions. I emailed my proof of purchase to them, to the address they provided, and my receipt, proof of purchase basically, and my address. And they claimed that at some point mid-November they're gonna send out a replacement disc. So we'll see what happens. But honestly, if it never does, I can live with it. The box set is so awesome. Look at this artwork. I've shown this before. This is nothing new, but there he is hiding over there behind the tree. Awesome. And I love the movies. I may actually just keep this box set with my figure here and have him displayed with him like in the DTOF. Look at that. So anyway, now this thing, you're probably wondering, what the heck is this? Now this is a replica of the same Halloween 1 pumpkin, or they claim it's Halloween 2, but it looks very similar. Done by Trick or Treat Studios. And I had to get this for Halloween because, again, I love Halloween. And, again, it's just a little tea light that they have incorporated in that you could turn on and off. I think it's only like $20 or something like that. And there was a coupon code that I got 10% off. So, of course, I'm going to be Myers this year. I got new coveralls, the spruce green color. I have the Trick or Treat Studios mask. So I got this prop to be used with it. And I have here, check this out, the knife from part 1. Look at that. It's a prop replica that you can use with your costume. This was only, I think, about, I want to say 11 or 12 bucks after the discount. And it's foam, so it's completely safe. It does have something hard underneath, which kind of helps keep it shaped what I like. It keeps it shaped so it has a little firmness to it. But man, if you just want a cool Halloween prop, it looks very realistic. I mean, you could tell it's not real. But for, to hold as a part of a costume and to know that it's safe, especially since I do have a 9-year-old that I don't want to accidentally kill or stab, or anybody else's kids for that matter while out trick-or-treating, this is perfect. So they have that, and then look at this for Halloween 2, the scalpel from the hospital. So now this feels a little more flimsy. I mean, again, this is only like $10 or something, I think, or maybe somewhere between there. 10 and 15 bucks, but it's very flimsy, and I wish that they kind of had a hard underneath foundation like they do with the knife to kind of help it keep it shaped. But again, harmless. It's a cool prop. It looks kind of real in your hands, but that we're far away, people couldn't tell. But at the same time, completely safe, and you wouldn't hurt anybody. So again, perfect for a Halloween costume party, whatever. All by Trick or Treat Studios. And I'll probably post pictures on Facebook of me all get up as Myers this year, so you guys can check out my costume. And I love going out around my neighborhood and when my son is trick-or-treating, and I just stand behind him with the Myers mask and costume, and people go nuts. They love it. Myers is very popular, even to today. Till today, I should say. All the way from 78 to now. And anyway, they market all these as Halloween 2. Obviously, this is 2. they have a Halloween 2 knife as well. I guess the one that he stole from the old lady making a sandwich that he used in the beginning. So they do have that knife. This they also market as 2, but this is obviously his classic knife from 1. And this pumpkin, I guess, can qualify for 2 or 1. Because, you know, they only have the license, I guess, for 2, so they have to say everything is part 2. But technically, they have stuff that you can use for 1 or 2. So anyway, that's pretty much it. And I wanted to just show a quick thing here. This is, I might do a separate vid on him soon. This is a kit bash I'm putting together. Not really a kit bash, I'll explain. It's sort of a kit bash. It's mostly Bed and Mortality. This past summer, I ended up doing a deal and I traded my Jason 3D figure away, which I'm upset about. But I have some of it. I have the barn base still. I have the damaged head with the damaged mask. And you know that body that I think you guys saw that I put the axe in his head and all that. So I wanted to build up another part 3. So I got the clothing set from Beta Metalli and his older part 3 Winston head sculpt that I'm still working on finishing. So I don't want to completely show it because he's kind of half done. I am in the process of painting him. Okay, but it's the older head sculpt that you can't turn it. You know, it's not like his new version, but it's still very detailed and very nice. And I have, you know, the shirt, again, this is done by Lou and her brother. Got accurate shoes that I think I got from one of the Sideshow Jasons that are good enough. And a white shirt that I put underneath for his t-shirt. And the mask, which is mostly the work I've done. This is actually not Beato's mask. I do have a mask that came with the head sculpt. I'm having a little trouble keeping him standing right now, so if he slips and falls, sorry guys. The mask is a Texas Kev mask that I reworked. It came pretty much like with the decals, and it was like mainly white. So I repainted that. I'm going to get in closer so you can kind of see what I did there. All right, see if I can zoom in there. All right, so I really tried to get screen accurate there, and I followed the scuff marks and the dirt marks and the you know, the chips and the paint and all that. Tried to get really close, and I added like a nice little finish to it to give it a little bit of that shine, that hockey mask sheen that it has. And I really like the way it came out. So I wanted to kind of work on this one. I might eventually paint and put together the actual Beta Metalli mask that came with the head sculpt, but for now I wanted to use this one. I like that it's a little bigger, and I like the eye holes on this. I don't know, I for some reason I always liked this mask, so I wanted to utilize it for now. I just like it. And I did heat it up and I kind of reshaped it a bit so it was a little more, not as, you know, spread out. And again, beautiful job on the clothes done by Lou and her brother. I believe this is the similar clothes that Beto had used on his full figures. There were some snaps that were on the wrong side, so I took one off. One that I borrowed that I actually did that, and the second one I ripped off and then re-glued it on the right side of the shirt. So I don't know why it was there, but just a minor little thing that I fixed, and obviously put it all together. And then the last thing is I got this cool, really accurate part 3 machete. Let's see if you could see that. And I added a little more gloss to it to kind of make it shine. It's got a lot of nice gook on it. So he's not 100% done, but he's getting there. So I just wanted to show him because, again, it's Jason. It fits into the whole Halloween theme. You know, Myers is the star, but I also wanted to show a little of this guy. And this is basically what I've been working on. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoy it. Enjoy the vid, and I hope everybody has a great Halloween. Have fun with it. I'm going to be watching all the movies. I've watched almost every Blu-ray of the Halloween movies that were in that box set, except maybe 1 or 2 I have to still watch. And like I said, if you're a fan, man, this is a must-have. So buy yourself that box set, and then write Anchor Bay and get yourself a replacement disc for part 4, and then you're all set. And that's it. And I'll be back soon with more stuff. Until then, happy Halloween, and enjoy the season, man. Because after this, you know, we have fun with Halloween, then we get to stuff our faces with turkey, and then it's all about spending money for the holidays. So that's the part I'm not looking forward to. So let's have fun with our toys until then. All right, till next time, guys. Peace out.